Beginning with the Nadi system, the term Nadi stems from the Sanskrit root nad, which means movement. Understandably, the numerous nadis function as highways along which prana and other subtle extra-material energy is transported. Many early Upanishad texts suggest the existence of roughly 72,000 separate nadis. Some account for as many as 350,000, and between 12 and 14 of these nadis have been equated to various primary meridians within the system of traditional Chinese medicine. The three chief nadis commonly discussed include the following. Sushumna Nadi originates at the base of the spine and terminates at the seventh chakra. Associated with fire, the color blue, the river Sarasvati, and transcendence. Ida Nadi originates at the left nostril and travels downward essentially parallel to the Sushumna until it joins with the Pingala and Sushumna at the Khanda within the solar plexus. Associated with the moon, the color yellow, the river Ganges, and femininity. Pingala Nadi originates at the right nostril and mirrors the Ida's path until it also terminates at the Khanda. Associated with the sun, the color red, the river Yamuna, and masculinity. Contrary to popular belief, the Ida and Pingala nadis do not crisscross at each major spinal chakra point as they travel downward along the spine. It is the Kundalini which splits into two aspects, and these aspects are what converge at each spinal chakra point as they travel upward along the spine. As illustrated by the caduceus. As a quick side note, the caduceus is often incorrectly used as a symbol of medicine in the West in place of the rod of Asclepius, Asclepius being the Greek deity of medicine. In addition to the Nadi system, serving as a series of highways for the transportation of prana throughout the body, the nadis also serve as a web for interconnecting each of the major and minor chakras, as well as mediums for interfacing with the axional meridian system and the axial circulatory system. Moving on to the chakra system, the original Sanskrit connotation of the term chakra equates to wheel of light. Chakras can be seen as conical vortices capable of transmuting metaphysical energetic vibrations into biophysical vibrations, and vice versa upon full activation. However, the conical shape becomes spherical. Many yoga instructors and organizations claiming to teach the system of yoga unfortunately propagate curricula consisting of methodologies for directly unfolding or activating one or more of the major spinal chakras. These methodologies are not to be employed by any practitioner of the true system of yoga, as the spinal chakras are only meant to be fully activated through the Kundalini ascension process and not before. Returning to our discussion, each of the spinal chakras are under the primary governance of one of the planetary bodies in our solar system, with ancillary governance distributed among each of the remaining planets. Because each of the spinal chakras typically coincides with one of the ductless endocrine glands, the endocrine glands often share the same planetary governance as their associated chakras in the following fashion. 1. Pituitary gland Uranus. 2. Pineal gland Neptune. 3. Thyroid gland Mercury. 4. Thymus gland Venus. 5. Spleen Sun. 6. Liver Mars. 7. Adrenal cortices and medullas Jupiter. Lastly, if we utilize the quantum definition of energy as mainly informative vibration, units of data can then be represented by a specific pattern of vibrational frequency, amplitude, and velocity. As each chakra vibrates within a unique frequency range, each chakra has the responsibility of managing data units, which exist within a corresponding region along the electromagnetic spectrum. Additionally, because each primary endocrine gland is attuned to subtle energies which occupy a specific wavelength band, the spinal chakras are able to influence the functioning of the endocrine gland with which they correspond. Therefore, when there exists an obstruction, impurity, or imbalance among the individual chakra centers, one may suffer from physiological illness stemming from abnormal endocrine function, among other problems. I hope this article has helped to correct any incorrect understandings you may have had regarding the chakra and Nadi systems. Take care.